Hey guys, in this video we're going to look at the square roots of negative numbers. These square roots are not real, but they can be defined as part of the system of complex numbers. If you allow I to represent the square root of negative 1, then you have the opportunity to work with these and simplify these radical expressions. For the square root of negative 6, for instance, you can break that into the square root of positive 6 times the square root of negative 1. And then you can replace the square root of negative 1 with I and write your final answer as square root of 6I. Now the I is not located underneath the radical. So to avoid confusion, sometimes people will write this as I square root of 6. Both are acceptable. For the square root of 16, when you break that into square root of 16 times square root of negative 1, you can actually take a perfect square of 16. That would be 4. And then you would replace the square root of negative 1 with I, and your answer would be 4I. That would be your simplified value. And for the square root of negative 45, you can break the 45 into square root of 9, which is perfect, times square root of 5 times square root of negative 1. Go ahead and evaluate the square root of 9 as 3. The square root of 5 can't be reduced further, and you can replace the square root of negative 1 with I. And you can write this as 3 times square root of 5I, or you could also write it as 3I square root of 5. I'll give you the opportunity to try 3 more. Go ahead and pause the video and then you can check your answers. Okay, and here are your answers. Your square root of negative 14 can be written as square root of 14I or I square root of 14. Your square root of negative 49 simplifies to 7I. And the square root of negative 108 simplifies to 6 times the square root of 3I, which can also be written 6I square root of 3. Good luck as you continue to practice this skill.